In all honesty, and I'm being honest anyway, so I did not feel bad. I really did not feel bad. At the end of the day, you have options. Like I told you to go check at the women's shelter. You could have just went over there, stayed a couple of weeks. They would have probably even helped y'all out with whatever you needed, because at the time her and Dre wasn't married. So you could have just left Dre, because Dre is the man. I'm sure he have homeboys. I'm sure he had other places where he could have laid his head at. But because you didn't want to let him, I guess you was scared that he was going to cheat or whatever. I don't want to care. We won't have no place to go for a couple of weeks. If I have that option, I'm going to take that option. I'm sorry. If I had to go through it, even Jessica had to go through it. What makes you so special? What makes you so special? I had a baby that was a couple of months too. And towards the end, I was pregnant. So what made you so special that you couldn't be in the shelter? I'm sorry your mom said that to you, but I'm really no kin to you. So, and then I told you, like, at the end of the day, if I was your last option, I will allow you and your kids. Once again, you chose him. I said you and your kids could come, but you wanted him with you. I will not have a grown ass man staying with me, and y'all in a relationship, so y'all could go back in the same thing with the whole situation with Jolene and Nixon. That's exactly why I got out of their house. Especially finding out that y'all like to do stuff like that. No, y'all not. You're not gonna put my name in nothing. And then for the simple fact that there's a record on him. And at this time, this is when I found out my daughter was autistic and she didn't talk. Who? No, because I'll kill you. I'm sorry. I'll unalive you and him about mines. You may not care about your daughters, but I don't play that. I don't play that. I don't care how desperate. I will not be that desperate for a man's attention, love, or anything like that. I don't care if I have your kids. Don't care if I have your kids. But anyways. So I end up finding this daycare that's in the hood and going back and forth to work. And my second oldest daughter started Head Start too. So my car ends up they were really like, some of the staff were really nice, and then some of them was like, especially the head lady, like she had some issues. Like you could just tell. Because there was one day where like I said, I didn't get paid, so I ended up missing a payment on my truck. Like all of that happened like within that same, like I lost my storage. My car ended up getting repoed, but I was gonna get paid that Friday, and because I didn't call them and let them know that, they ended up taking my car, so I had to take the bus. So I couldn't drop my second oldest daughter to daycare. So the lady calls me. Mind you, she's still on school readiness. So I know, like, even if but at that time I didn't tell them that she was still, I didn't tell her because she had just started the Head Start. So when I, was updating everything, it hadn't hit their system. So she still had like full school readiness. The head lady calls me, oh, you can't just be dropping your daughter off whenever you feel like it. If she's in Head Start, she's only getting half paid for it. Da, 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 da. I'm like, well, I'm sorry. all this is new to me, so I didn't know. So she catches a big attitude with me. Now, mind you, around this time, I'm taking the bus, waiting for Friday to come so I can go get my truck. I mean, the SUV or whatever. So then 2 days later, so it's not 2 days later. So I keep saying, like, when you're in Head Start, they only qualify to go to daycare. Like, the kids that go to Head Start only go to Head Start go to the daycare when Head Start is closed. So because she just literally started Head Start, I couldn't take the bus to where her Head Start center was, because that would be like 4 buses I would have to take. One from my house to the bus station, then they'll drop the younger kids off, and then get back on the bus and drop her off to the other side of where her Head Start center was, and then jump back on the bus and then go to work. So when I get to the daycare after she done blew up on me, I'm like, look, my car is down right now. This is why I have to bring her. Is it okay? And I'll pay whatever you need me to pay when the time comes, because mind you, I'm only paying like $20 or $30 a week for all of them. She's like, yeah, it's gonna cost $50 or it's gonna cost $60 a day that you're gonna have to pay for her. So then a couple of days go by, and then she's starting to be nice to me, because then she was like, she wanted to apologize. She was having a bad day. She sees that the one that's in Head Start is still getting full school readiness. I was like, I let it, brush off my shoulders. Oh, I didn't say when I got back to work how everybody was. Yeah. Everybody was so shocked when I got back to work. It was like, oh my God, what happened? Why did you take a leave? And, I didn't know, like, I didn't think they noticed that I was gone. But then the one that was sitting next to me, the one that was like whispering whenever I was making mistakes or whatever, she was like, my manager kept coming back to my desk talking about, you think she's coming back? You think she's coming back? Because her desk looks so clean. Her desk looks so clean. Like, I'm like, no, I'm coming back. I got 6 kids. What the hell? I'm coming back. So when Friday comes, Linda ends up taking me early in the morning to go get my car. I pay, the late fees, the towing fee, and all that stuff. I got my car back that morning. And then I dropped everybody off. I gave, Linda gas money or whatever. But then guess who ends up texting me?